boxing, bro. What I gotta go to 147 for you for when me and you could meet in the middle? We could meet 144.
That's what you proposing. 44.
Let's do it. What's the problem? I don't see the issue. You just fought, hold up. Let's remember correctly. He fought Brian Norman, and before that fight, he fought Jose Ramirez. When he fought Jose Ramirez, the weight was at 144 pounds. So if he's fighting at 144 pounds against Jose Ramirez 2 fights ago, what is the problem with fighting me at 144 pounds? That's how I look at it.
I think other than Shakur is just too small.
I think Shakur's gonna go up. I think he's the same size as you.
I'm about to say,
But I kid you not, despite everything that happened that night in the fight.
After years of speculation, countless interviews, endless social media exchanges, and repeated debates about weight classes, Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson may finally be moving toward the fight that boxing fans have wanted to see for a very long time.
Fighting enough top fighters, although I'll say this, he kind of set it off by trying to make the Tank fight.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that he deserves to be mentioned. It's his best win.
In this time of modern...
What once felt like a fantasy matchup discussed only by hardcore fans is suddenly beginning to look like a realistic possibility. And the moment this latest news surfaced, it immediately changed the entire conversation surrounding their rivalry. For years, both fighters have been linked together because of their amateur history, their championship success, and the belief that they represent two of the most skilled boxers of their generation. Every time one of them fought, comparisons followed. Every time one of them won a title, fans asked when they would eventually face each other. Now, with discussions centered around a potential showdown at 144 pounds, the excitement has reached a completely different level. This is no longer just about hypothetical matchups. For the first time,
Respect Bill for what he do for his son. I don't mind sitting at a real table, me and you, Devin, Jay, and we could sit there and negotiate and find what's right for the fight to happen. Let's do it. We all businessmen. We all could handle our own at the business table. So that's how I look at it. Like I see Devin Haney as
time in a long time, people genuinely believe the fight could happen. Shakur Stevenson recently sat down with Andre Ward and made something very clear. Despite all the public drama, the tweets, the interviews, the disagreements over weight, and the constant back and forth between both camps, he is not opposed to sitting down with Team Haney and having serious discussions about making the fight happen. That statement may sound simple, but it carries significant weight. In today's boxing landscape, fans often see fighters arguing online while real negotiations never actually take place. Shakur wanted to separate the public entertainment from the private business. According to him, social media is one thing, but major fights are made through proper conversations behind closed doors.
Said you on the list. I said, Bill, what list? He said, the list. You ain't know he was on the list? I didn't know he had a list. At least I knew he had a list, but I didn't know your name was on the list. Then he went from saying you was on the list to, saying you was easy work. Shakur is easy work for Devin.
yeah, that was crazy.
Are you easy work for anybody?
Hell no. Hell no. Honestly, I was listening to it and I watched it. I seen the things he was saying, like, oh, we gonna walk him down and all of these things. So, I mean, all of it sounds good, but like deep down inside, Bill know. Like he know. He know who I am.
Y'all got history.
He know.
Yeah.
I was probably one of Bill's favorite fighters coming up. Like, he can say whatever he want. Cameras out right now. They can go somewhere. So, Bill, I was one of your favorite fighters. He know it. Devin know it. Like, Devin used to kind of...
He even gave credit to Bill Haney, acknowledging the way he manages and promotes Devin's career. At the same time, Shakur emphasized that if everyone is serious about making this fight happen, then the negotiations need to take place professionally with all the right people involved. From Shakur's perspective, that means sitting down with Bill Haney, Devin Haney, and influential figures like Jay Prince to discuss terms that make sense for everyone.
Devin getting past 147 pounds. I don't see him going to 154. He could say whatever it is, but like, I don't see him getting in the ring with no boots. Like, I don't see that. So if that's the case, I got time to get to that 147 pounds. So if it's...
Significance of this cannot be overlooked because it changes the narrative completely. Instead of appearing reluctant or hesitant, Shakur is presenting himself as someone who is open to business and willing to find common ground. For fans who have accused either fighter of avoiding the matchup, these comments suggest the door may finally be opening.
easy nights for nobody.
That's what I told Bill. I said, I don't think it's easy for either fighter, bro. I said, that's
But I ain't easy work.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I'm not easy. I ain't. There's no way. There's no way. I train too hard. I dedicate myself. I've been born for this since a kid. So all of these guys, any of them, let's do it.
Man, that's a fight I want to see, man. I hope y'all figure it out on the weight side, man. I think that's a great fight, legacy, great fight money-wise.
Things became even more interesting when Shakur responded directly to Bill Haney's claim that he would be easy work for Devin Haney. Shakur clearly did not appreciate those comments, and his response revealed just how personal this rivalry has become. According to Shakur, Bill can say whatever he wants when microphones are around and cameras are recording. He understands how promotion works. He understands that confidence is part of selling a fight. However, Shakur believes there is a difference between public statements and private beliefs. In his mind, Bill Haney knows exactly how talented he is because he has watched his development for years. Shakur pointed out that this is not some unknown fighter suddenly appearing on the scene. Team Haney has followed his career from the beginning. They have seen.
It's only fair that we meet the 144. We are two champions in two different weight classes. He cited Floyd and Canelo, their catchweight of 150 pounds, the 2013 fight. He said, Haney, you fought at 144 just 2 fights ago against Jose Ramirez. That was some really good points. Haney retweets it, go back and forth. Shakur says, so if I go for 140, no, I think Haney said it. Yeah, Haney said 144, we have a fight. Shakur says yes. I think that was the biggest obstacle.
Is that for the welterweight title? Would that be for Devin's welterweight title?
Yeah.
In his amateur accomplishments, his championship runs, and the evolution of his skill set. That is why Shakur suggested Bill's recent comments sound more like promotional tactics than genuine belief. In his eyes, Team Haney already knows the challenge he represents. That response highlights one of the most fascinating aspects of this rivalry. Shakur is not simply firing back with insults or emotional reactions. Instead, he is challenging what he sees as a change in behavior from Team Haney. According to Shakur, there was a time when Bill openly respected his abilities and recognized his potential. Before discussions of an actual fight became serious, there seemed to be a different level of appreciation. Now that the possibility of facing each other has become real, Shakur feels the public messaging has changed dramatically. He believes Bill's comments are designed to create a narrative rather than reflect reality. Whether
money where his mouth is, will he actually fight Devin Haney? Will he go up to 144? Will Shakur go down to will Haney go down to 144? Should Haney fight Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis?
I'll take either one. I mean, the bigger fight is Shakur because he's the current 40-pound ring champion, and Shakur Stevenson, who's just, I mean, not that Keyshawn isn't at that level, but he's not there yet, and it's no knock on him. It just needs more time, more experience, and more big name opposition, where Shakur already has that. So the bigger fight is certainly Shakur.
What's the better fight? What's the better fight? Yeah, I agree. It's kind of the Shakur Devin means more to the history of the sport. Like, we got two guys that are in the top 10 pound for pound, name recognition. You can make a case that the winner is top 3, especially with Usyk sliding. And you're right, though. It would be more of a chess match. It would be more of a jab fest.
Matching wits.
I don't mean that in derogatory way, jab fest, but it's just going to be a jab fest.
This is boxing, baby. Like, the jab is the most important punch in the book for a reason. That's the kind of fight, like, I would love to see that. And I felt like that with the Teofimo Lopez-Shakur fight, and you know, Shakur washed him. Can he do that?
Fans agree with him or not, it adds another layer of intrigue because it raises an important question. Are these opinions genuine, or are they simply part of the promotional game that often surrounds major fights? From Shakur's point of view, if Team Haney truly believes he is easy work, then there should be absolutely no hesitation about making the fight. In fact, he sees those comments as motivation rather than disrespect. His message is straightforward. If Devin Haney and Bill Haney are convinced that victory would come easily, then the solution is simple. Stop talking about it and sign the contract.
Saying that Devin is now going to be drained, you don't agree with that?
Man, listen, what I'm telling the people is the difference between he came in at 146 something for that fight. He'll come in How much more drained is that? What is that? Y'all count up the pounds, man. Come on.
Sound like we ready to go then. I mean,
He's never been 47 pounds anyway, though. So, you know what I'm saying?
so for all y'all that was stressing yesterday about Devin cutting 2 more pounds, that don't sound like it's much of an issue at all then. Okay. So, I don't know. I think
the thing is that for me and everybody else, they're 100% right. We worked. He's the champion. We worked at 147. It should be there. That's fair. This other shit is bullshit. But whatever. He voted and said he gonna do it. It's not something that I would. No, I would say it's wrong. And it's
Because once the paperwork is finalized and both fighters step into the ring, the interviews, tweets, and headlines become irrelevant. At that point, everything comes down to performance. Every prediction will be tested. Every claim will be challenged. And every statement made during the build-up will have to be backed up under the bright lights. That reality is one of the reasons this matchup continues generating so much excitement among boxing fans.
Who you favor, G? Who I favor? Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I love that fight. And I'm slightly Devin Haney from the sparring, from watching the sparring, because there's things I've seen that was giving Shakur a little trouble, but at the same time, I can't do that. I gotta go 50-50, bro. I can't do that, bro. I can't just pick. It's too tough to pick. I respect both of them on a different level, man, when it comes to this fight.
Then came a major development that pushed the conversation even further. Nagy reported breaking news on social media, stating that Devin Haney had agreed to a fight with Shakur Stevenson at 144 pounds. He followed that announcement by pointing to Andre Ward's comments and suggesting that the fight was finally moving in the right direction. That report immediately sent boxing fans into a frenzy. 4 months, one of the biggest obstacles had been the ongoing debate surrounding weight. Questions about catch weights, rehydration clauses, and competitive advantages dominated every discussion. But once
Shakur some trouble with that, Shakur was there, but it was like, you little motherfucker, I catch you. You know what I'm saying? That fight actually is going to be fought at a high pace. I don't see that being just no pick 'em apart show. I can see that fight really being fought at a high pace. And I have said before that I think that, but I'm gonna also be fair, man. I respect both of them too much to really pick. If Shakur is moving up, if Shakur do go up 44 to fighting, a lot of respect for Shakur. Shakur just fought at 40 for the first time versus Teofimo Lopez. So for him to jump up again, even though it's not fully at welterweight, but it is welterweight. Once you over 140 pounds, you consider it welterweight. So, wow. I don't know. I'm just excited. I hope we can really make something happen. I hope we can really make something happen. You see Shakur in the ring and get shot. 47 pounds. I believe that too. I do believe that, but gotta always leave room for the fact that Shakur did turn pro at 126 pounds. You know what I mean? He did fight at 30, 35, moved up. Started.
Reports surfaced that Haney was willing to fight at 144 pounds. The entire situation changed. Suddenly, people stopped talking about what was preventing the fight and started focusing on what could make it happen. While contracts still need to be signed and official announcements still need to be made, the momentum feels stronger than it has at any point in recent memory. Many fans now believe this could genuinely become the biggest fight in boxing. Shakur added even more fuel to that belief when he posted a message on social media admitting that some of the public back and forth had been little more than online trolling. In his post, he told fans to put the drama aside and reminded everyone that real negotiations happen behind closed doors. That statement shifted the tone dramatically.
Go there for the right fight. I just watched Conor Ben. I like Conor Ben too.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
He's tough.
But I would fight him at like 154.
What?
I told you for the right fight.
154?
I swear I would fight him.
Conor tough, man, and he throws hard punches.
Like I said, for the right fights, I'll move up.
Is it hard to get up to that kind of weight? I mean, you'll have to, like, I guess, train a little harder as far as weight-wise and put on a little bit more weight. I think skills pay the bills. Like, I feel like with my skills, I can fight a lot of guys at the higher weight class.
Will that slow you down defensively, though?
Nah, my defense is always there. Like I said, I spar with Bud on the regular. Like, I spar with big guys regular.
For days, fans had been dissecting every tweet, every interview clip, and every comment related to the fight. Suddenly, Shakur was suggesting that much of that noise was never meant to be taken seriously in the first place. The most important part of his message, however, was his suggestion that a fight date could be announced sooner rather than later. Those few words immediately sparked excitement because they implied real progress was being made.
He can do that. He's just one champion in one weight class. Move up. But that's the fight that we really want to see you fight, Shakur. Oh, we would love to see you fight Haney. Oh, yeah, we would love to see you fight Haney, but we would love to see you, or I would love to see you fight Haney at 147 pounds. That's it. 147 pounds. Might take you 1 year. Summertime or late 2027, the Haney fight can be made. You've built your body up. You've been established at 140. You worked your stuff up. You know, fans are looking at your weight, Shakur. They looking at your weight. They looking at you and you're saying, man, well, you big, Shakur. You 100, look like you 165 pounds, man. What's the problem? The problem is you're not gonna be sharp at 147 pounds.
With Haney reportedly open to 144 pounds and Shakur expressing willingness to move forward, many fans began believing that the fight had moved beyond social media arguments and into genuine negotiations. Not everyone believes the narrative surrounding the fight should focus entirely on Shakur Stevenson. Benji was one of the voices pushing back against that idea. He argued that many fans have become so focused on Shakur's skills that they are forgetting everything Devin Haney has already accomplished. According to Benji, Haney has spent years proving himself against high-level competition.
The best need to fight the best. Y'all need to figure out a damn way to make it happen. Shakur, yeah, we know you don't want to damn get in the ring with no damn Haney. We know you scared of it too. You know what I mean? You scared of all that weight you gonna put on after the damn weigh-in. I know. Trust me. I know. Yeah. And you scared to fight Keyshawn Davis too? Yeah, Keyshawn, you scared to fight De Los Santos? See, I'm telling you, all these motherfuckers, every last one of these dudes got some flaws in they damn game. Yeah, they scared to death of certain fights. Yeah, every last one of them, damn it. Yeah, the only one, Shakalaka. He want all the smoke. He willing to go to 140, 135, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shakalaka, he a real one. That's the reason why I get behind that, because Shak is a real one. He want all the smoke.
He has won world titles, handled pressure situations, and demonstrated the ability to adapt against a variety of opponents. Those achievements should not suddenly be ignored simply because Shakur is currently receiving praise from the boxing community. In Benji's view, if this fight takes place, it represents a massive opportunity for Haney to remind everyone exactly why he has been considered one of boxing's elite fighters for so many years. Rather than seeing it as Shakur's moment, he sees it as a chance for Devin to make a statement of his own. Former world champion Chris Algieri also reacted to the developments surrounding the weight discussions, and his response reflected what many boxing fans were already thinking.
Why did you target Devin Haney?
I just feel like it's a big fight for me in my career. I just feel like it's a dramatic fight. It's just me moving up to 147. And I feel like me and Devin, we had like some sort of history going back and forth. So I just thought it was time to target him and try to get that fight.
You and Shakur have both said that, you're close, right? And you wouldn't fight each other. Have you guys spoken, though, about Devin Haney? Because that's a fight that looms for both of you. Like, did Shakur tell you about him potentially fighting Haney? Did you find out some other way? If so, did you talk to Shakur about it? You guys coordinate it all? Because that's a real opponent for both of you.
I mean, Shakur is a 140-pounder, man. Shakur is not 147. I'm mandatory at 147, so... I don't know why people even entertaining Shakur going to 147. He's not a 147 pounder. He can fight 35 still. So it's weight classes in this boxing game for a reason, and I'm mandatory.
For a long time, disagreements over weight requirements seemed like one of the biggest obstacles standing in the way of the fight. However, once both sides started discussing similar numbers, the situation suddenly became much more realistic. Instead of arguing about impossible conditions, they appeared to be moving toward common ground. That shift may sound minor, but in boxing, small details often determine whether major fights happen or fall apart. Algieri's reaction highlighted the growing sense that genuine progress was finally being made behind the scenes. From a competitive standpoint, many analysts agree that 144 pounds makes a great deal of sense. Shakur Stevenson would be moving up, while Devin Haney would be coming down slightly from his recent fighting weight. That creates a middle ground where neither fighter receives a massive advantage. Of course, agreeing on a weight is only one piece of the puzzle. There are still numerous business details that must be addressed. Purse splits, broadcast rights, venue selection, fight dates, sponsorship agreements, and contract language all play major roles in determining whether a fight actually happens. Still, the fact that both camps appear willing to discuss the same number has created optimism throughout the boxing world. Fans recognize that if the remaining details can be resolved, this matchup could become one of the most significant skill versus skill fights in recent memory. The weight debate continued to gain momentum when Bill Haney appeared on Champ's side and directly addressed concerns that Devin Haney would be severely drained if he agreed to fight Shakur Stevenson at 144 pounds. Bill seemed surprised that so many people were treating the proposed catchweight as if it were some impossible obstacle for Devin to overcome. From his perspective, the discussion had become exaggerated. Bill pointed out that Devin did not even weigh the full welterweight limit for his previous outing. According to him, Haney came into that fight at around 146 pounds, which means a move to 144 would only require a relatively small adjustment. Because of that, Bill questioned the idea that his son would somehow be physically compromised by dropping those extra pounds. His comments added another layer to an already heated discussion. Supporters of Shakur viewed 144 pounds as a reasonable compromise because Stevenson would be moving up in weight while Haney would still enjoy a size advantage. Meanwhile, Team Haney argued that the catchweight should not be portrayed as a major sacrifice. As a result, fans found themselves debating not only who would win the fight but also whether the weight itself would play any meaningful role in the outcome. The more people talked about it, the clearer it became that every detail surrounding this potential matchup was being analyzed under a microscope. Greg Hackett also weighed in on the possibility of Devin Haney facing Shakur Stevenson at 144 pounds, and his analysis immediately caught attention because he focused less on the drama and more on what the fight would actually look like inside the ropes. According to Hackett, this is the type of matchup that serious boxing fans dream about because it features two fighters whose strengths are based on skill, intelligence, and technical ability rather than pure aggression. He described the contest as a potential chess match between two highly gifted competitors who approach the sport in very different ways. On one side, you have Devin Haney, a fighter known for his discipline, patience, jab, and ability to control distance. Haney has built his reputation on making smart decisions and limiting mistakes. On the other side stands Shakur Stevenson, a master of defense whose timing, reflexes, and ring awareness have frustrated opponents throughout his career. Hackett believes that if the fight happens, fans should expect a battle of adjustments rather than reckless exchanges. Every round could become a strategic contest where both fighters are trying to solve problems in real time. That possibility alone is one of the reasons so many people are fascinated by the matchup. The more analysts discuss the fight, the more the weight issue continues to emerge as a major storyline. At 144 pounds, both fighters would be stepping slightly outside their comfort zones. Neither man would be entering the ring under ideal circumstances, and that is exactly why many observers believe the catchweight creates a level playing field. For Devin Haney, the challenge would involve trimming down from a naturally larger frame. While the adjustment may not be drastic, it would still require discipline and careful preparation throughout camp. Every pound matters at the elite level, especially when facing someone as technically skilled as Stevenson. For Shakur, the challenge would be different. Instead of cutting weight, he would be moving up and dealing with a naturally bigger opponent. That means accepting the possibility of giving away size, strength, and physicality on fight night. Yet many believe Shakur's skill set could help neutralize those disadvantages. That dynamic is what makes the fight so compelling. neither fighter would be able to rely solely on physical advantages. Both men would have to prove they can adapt, make adjustments, and perform under unique circumstances. Ultimately, the matchup would become a test of discipline, preparation, and boxing intelligence.